You want electric vehicle news? We've got you covered. Grab yourself a cuppa, settle in, and welcome to EV Morning. Now, we've mixed it up today, as always, with a globe-trotting show through America, Europe, and Asia. And if you are enjoying what we're doing here on the channel, do hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss a show. We'll start with some huge news about trucks in the US. It's finally been revealed. Yes, we are talking the Ford F-150 Lightning, our main story today. Ford have revealed the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Now, our US viewers will fully understand the significance of this, but maybe not so much our European viewers, as we don't really have vehicles like this in Europe. Don't get me wrong, we have got trucks. They're just not everywhere, and they are working vehicles 9 times out of 10. So maybe it's a cultural difference. So give us a bit of context then. The F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle in the US for over 40 years and is the best-selling truck in the world. So let's start off with the levels of trim. We'll have 4 options, with the commercial base introducing the lineup, although we're waiting on more details as to what exactly you get for your money. Then you've got the XLT, the Lariat, and then the range-topping Platinum. Prices will vary significantly depending on how you spec the vehicle, but it does start at a smidge under $40,000, and of course, if it applies, you can access the $7,500 federal tax credit as well. Prices will rise to around $90,000 by the time you spec it to the max. At the lower end, though, for fleets, for working vehicles, for those that don't want the big screens inside, the bells, the whistles, that is a very competitive truck. Now, we're looking at around 230 miles of EPA range on the standard range battery, extended range battery of 300 miles, but we have a sneaky suspicion that they are playing their cards close to their chest on this one. There are significant distances to travel in the US, and often with towing or carrying a heavy, bulky load, not so much the weight, but it's always the wind resistance with EVs. You are going to need lots of range, but we're going to get back to that in just a moment. Look, there's no doubt the F-150 will be a capable off-roader with many optional features, like the off-road package coming as standard on the EV model. So, you'll get the likes of hill descent control, electronic locking rear diff, and full-length skid plates. DC fast charging, well, not record-breaking, but really solid. In fact, no, better than that, really good, 150 kilowatts. And based off the times that Ford quoted us, our friends over at Inside EVs estimate that the net battery pack sizes are probably 115 kilowatt hours for the standard range, and 155 kilowatt hours respectively for the extended range. We can't wait to see how the Lightning is received in the US. We're heading to Germany for our next story. Now, the ID.4 has made a huge impact since its release only a short while ago. It really has become one of those cars that is conveying the ability to go electric to mainstream buyers, we would say, but one of the complaints was the lack of a performance version, something with all-wheel drive and more power. And now we have our answer, the ID.4 GTX. Even better news is that the car is now available to order in the German market, and it's only a matter of time before it's being sold internationally. Now, the added power in the GTX means that 0 to 100 kph, that's 0 to 62 miles an hour, is down to 6.2 seconds. We would describe that as brisk, if not overly rapid, for a performance car. It's definitely faster than the regular model. That'll get you to speeds at which you lose your license in less than 10 seconds. It will continue on to a top speed of 180 kph. Now again, this is being sold in Germany to begin with, where they do have autobahns and relatively unlimited speed limits on some of the roads. Now, the Tesla fans will point out that the Model Y, and this is an accurate criticism, is a good bit faster. Yeah, but apart from a few exceptions, like the Model Y, maybe the Kia EV6 GT, a car that, okay, isn't actually on the road right now, the ID.4 GTX is still a very, very quick vehicle. It's no surprise then that VW has set up the car slightly differently. All-wheel drive allows the power to reach each wheel as needed. They tightened up the springs, the shocks and the stabilizers, and all this should give the car a more responsive feel, with more control in the corners. The fold-out coupling for a trailer is rated for loads at 1,400 kilograms. Very important for those that want to tow, maybe those in the Nordic countries where towing is incredibly important to get more utility out of their EV. This next story is a bit of a cheeky one, as we haven't had any official confirmation yet, but the folks over at the Kilowatts social channels were down at the Laguna Seca track and spied what looked like a Tesla Model S Plaid doing high-speed testing ahead of the car's official release, which was June the 10th. Now, they claim that the Model S came in at 1 minute 29.9 seconds, which would make it one of the fastest ever production vehicle times on that particular track. It's a blisteringly fast time. So to give you some context, so what does 1 minute 29.9 really mean? Well, a Porsche 911 GT2 RS has a time of 128.5. Wow. Well done to the Tesla engineers. We wait to see more. Huge congratulations next to the Chinese manufacturer BYD and their 1 millionth plug-in vehicle. We like to think that we're an international show here at the channel, so when a milestone like this comes along, we want to celebrate it. Yes, BYD, build your dreams, the huge Chinese manufacturer, probably more famous for batteries at the moment than the cars, but they're making some cracking vehicles, and a lot of them. The millionth plug-in vehicle has now been produced. Now we're less keen on the plug-in hybrid versions, as we do love our full electric cars here on the channel. No tailpipes, if at all possible, but 550,000 of those 1 million cars were full battery electric vehicles, so well done BYD. That was the millionth car produced with a plug socket on. And what was it? Well, it was the Han, their best-selling plug-in model. So there you have it, another edition of EV Morning for you. From the US to Germany, back to the US and off to China. An international show as always. But let us know what you think in the comments below as we try and bring you the pick of electric vehicle stories to keep you up to date. What did you find particularly interesting on the show today? What do you think about the videos that we're making? What do you make of Tesla's time at the Laguna Seca and also the Model S Plaid and the lack of a Plaid Plus version? Maybe we'll talk about that on a future show. Look, thank you so much for watching. If you like what we do, hit the thumbs up button down there. It tells us to make more shows like this for you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.